In this video, I'm going to show you great and ideal teams for Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Instead of showing just one team of 6 or 3 Pokemon for a journey, I'll showcase 4 teams centered around each of the 3 starters and a 4th extra Pokemon. Like before, there's a handful of rules we must follow for this challenge. No trade evolutions, no Time Machine Pokemon, no version exclusives unless they're temporary members. 4th members are okay, but only for challenges the main team can't beat. And no getting moves from the Time Machine. So now that I explained the rules, let's jump right into this challenge. Before we begin, we'll still need to get temporary Pokemon that can use HM so our main team won't lose valued move slots. For all 3 teams, we'll catch a flying type that can help us revisit towns for convenience, we'll catch the red Gyarados that can utilize many HMs, and we'll get a grass type that can use Cut to get us through some stuff in Kanto, and Flash to light up Mount Silver. As for the other temporary mons, we'll get a Gloom to help out the Typhlosion team, and a Pidgeotto to help out the Feraligatr team before we get our normal types there. We'll get a Graveler to help the Meganium team before getting our other Pokemon. As for the 4th team, it'll need a Fearow as a temporary member as well. The 4th starter I hinted at a few seconds ago will be none other than the high voltage sheep, Ampharos. What makes Ampharos good is having good defenses and great special attack. Another thing helping Ampharos is the electric type having no weakness other than ground, which might be very good. The way to get Ampharos is kinda easy. Right after you've beaten Faulkner's Gym and head to the route south, go through the tall grass in the daytime and capture a Mareep. Then during your journey, train Mareep to level 15 to get Flaffy, and train again to level 30 to get Ampharos. A good moveset for Ampharos will be Thunder Punch as a go-to move, letting it utilize its high special attack. Fire Punch is coverage to help Ampharos counter grass and steel types far easier. Return as a backup move to do high damage and make the most of Ampharos' bond with the trainer. Also, Thunder Wave is support to help Ampharos outspeed targets, especially since it usually has low speed. Up next, we have the Rabbit Kaiju, Nidoking. What makes Nidoking great is having decent stats along with a highly diverse move pool. Tons of coverage options that help it against many matchups. The way to get Nidoking is also easy. Head to Route 35 and search in the tall grass. You'll easily find and capture a male Nidoran there. Then train up Nidoran to level 16 to get Nidorino, then obtain the Moonstone from Tojo Falls to evolve into Nidoking. A good move set for Nidoking would be Earthquake as a main move, helping it defeat many opponents across Johto. Shadow Ball and Ice Punch is coverage to help Nidoking defeat many Psychic and Ground types that usually threaten it. And Sandstorm is a support move, helping it slowly wear down stronger, more bulky targets. Last up, we have the triple-headed bird returning from the Kanto Ideal team, Dodrio. Like I said before, what makes Dodrio solid is having very good attack and speed along with very great attack moves. The way to get Dodrio is kinda simple. After you've made it over Tojo Falls, go east and make it to Route 26. Then search through the tall grass to find Doduo. Then almost immediately, Doduo will evolve into Dodrio at level 31. A good moveset for Dodrio will be similar to what it had in Kanto, but with some newer moves. Drill Peck and Tri-Attack as main moves, utilizing its high attack and the latter move having a high chance of causing status effects. Steel Wing is coverage to help Dodrio stand up to Rock and Ice types, and Protect is a support move to help Dodrio last longer in battle. Moving on to what's unanimously agreed to be the worst starter of Johto, we have Meganium. Might be a surprise, but Meganium's not bad in its debut at all. Meganium has high defenses along with decently good and balanced stats. Even has some good status moves too. The way to get Meganium is very easy. Soon after you've begun the game and visit Professor Elm's lab, choose a Pokeball containing Chikorita. Then during your journey, train up Chikorita to level 16 to get Bayleaf, then train to level 32 to get Meganium. A good moveset for Meganium would be Giga Drain as a main move, letting Meganium restore health while inflicting a bit of damage. Earthquake is coverage to help Meganium stand up to fire, poison, and steel types that shrug off its moves. Return as backup in case other moves run out of power points, again making the most of Meganium's bond with its trainer. Also, Synthesis is support to help Meganium restore more health in battle. Works best in the daytime and in harsh sunlight. Up next, we have the Spoon-Bending Psychic returning from Kanto, Kadabra. Similar to earlier, Kadabra can still prove to be great despite both new types being counters to Psychic. The way to get Kadabra is a bit simple. Soon after you get to Goldenrod, head to the basement and get the coin case. Then go to the game corner and get 200 coins from the desk and head to the other desk. Soon, you'll get Abra. Then train up Abra to level 16 to get Kadabra, and like I mentioned earlier, Kadabra can't evolve without trade. But that won't be a problem since Kadabra's very good still. A great moveset for Kadabra would be Psychic as its go-to move, helping Kadabra make the most of its high special attack. Thunder Punch and Fire Punch is coverage, letting it take down many opponents that resist or are immune to Psychic. And Protect is support. Since Kadabra is very frail, Protect will help it avoid many attacks from opponents. Best and last, we have the aquatic gentle giant, Lapras. What makes Lapras great is having massive HP along with decent stats and great moves and coverage. The way to get Lapras is rather tricky. Wait till Friday and head to Azalea Town and go back through Union Cave. Then surf to the southwest stairs on the first floor. Then surf east to the next set of stairs and head to the floor below. Keep surfing and walking south and you'll see Lapras. Also, Lapras can't evolve. A good moveset for Lapras would be Surf and Ice Beam as its main moves, having good offensive power against many opponents. Icy Wind is backup in case Ice Beam runs out of power points, also a support move to help Lapras outspeed faster opponents. And Safeguard is another support move, letting Lapras avoid many rough statuses. Moving on to the middle choice of starters, we have the Fearsome Croc, Feraligatr. What makes Feraligatr a good starter is having great attack and defense along with other stats being decent, making Feraligatr a capable mixed attacker like its water-type predecessor was. The way to get Feraligatr is as easy as getting Meganium. Soon after you've begun the game and visit Professor Elm's lab, choose a Pokeball containing Totodile. Then during your journey, train Totodile to level 18 to get Croconaw, then train again to level 30 to get Feraligatr. A good moveset for Feraligatr would be Surf as a go-to move. Might not utilize its better attack stat, but still gets the job done against fire, rock, and ground types. Earthquake is coverage so Feraligatr can knock down electric types far better. Return is backup in case other moves run out of power points and make the most of Feraligatr's bond with its trainer. Also, Scary Face is support to help it outspeed some opponents. A very helpful move for Feraligatr. Next up, we have the bulky cow, Miltank. It's no surprise that Miltank's a worthy teammate, especially with its great bulk, defense, and speed along with decent attack and special defense. It doesn't stop there. Miltank's also great because of it having multiple coverage options along with great support moves, allowing for immense customization on Miltank's moves. The way to get Miltank is kinda tricky. Soon after you enter Route 38, search through the tall grass in the daytime. Might take a little while since it's a 5% encounter, but you'll eventually find Miltank. Also, Miltank can't evolve. A good moveset for Miltank could be Body Slam and Shadow Ball as main moves. One utilizes its typing to great effect while the other is valuable coverage against ghosts. Milk Drink and Sandstorm are support moves, the latter doing great at wearing down other bulky targets while the other recovers any health Miltank lost in battle, even from Sandstorm or otherwise. Great one for last, we have the Snowy Siren returning from the Kanto Ideal team, Jynx. Again, like I said before, what makes Jynx great is both of its types hitting hard against many foes. Another thing helping Jynx is its high speed and special attack, helping it be a special glass cannon. The way to get Jynx is somewhat tricky in Gold and Silver, but kinda simple in Crystal. After you've saved Goldenrod from Team Rocket, head to the route east of Mahogany Town. Then enter the cave and reach the first floor below, and you'll have a 10% chance to find Jynx. But be careful because Jynx has a high chance to run away. However, in Crystal version, Jynx is obtained from getting a Smoochum Egg via the daycare. A good moveset for Jynx would be Ice Punch and Psychic as its main moves, hitting hard against many strong opponents. Icy Wind is backup in case Ice Punch runs out of power points, and Protect to help Jynx avoid some hard-hitting attacks that would normally threaten it. Saving the best team for last, we have the best starter in Johto, Typhlosion. What makes Typhlosion the best is having high speed and special attack along with utilizing the newly buffed Fire type, being a great choice to begin Johto with. The way to get Typhlosion is just as easy as getting Meganium or Feraligatr. Soon after you've begun the game and visit Professor Elm's lab, choose a Pokeball containing Cyndaquil. Then during your journey, train up Cyndaquil to level 14 to get Quilava, then train again to level 36 to get Typhlosion. A great moveset for Typhlosion would be Flamethrower as a go-to move, letting it hit many different types of Pokemon very hard. Thunder Punch and Earthquake as coverage, the former helping Typhlosion dispatch some annoying water types while the latter helps Typhlosion defeat fire, electric, and poison types. Also, Return is a backup move in case the other three run out of power points, also utilizing Typhlosion's bond with its trainer to great effect. Up next we have the same tanky cow from earlier, Miltank. Thanks to how great it is in both offense and defense, of course Miltank will appear a second time on these teams. Like I said earlier, Miltank's great due to its great defenses and speed along with great coverage and stall options. Once again, the way to get Miltank is not very easy. Soon after reaching Route 38, search through the tall grass during the daytime. Might take a little while before you find Miltank, but it'll be worth it. Also, Miltank can't evolve, but that doesn't matter since it's so good. A good moveset for Miltank will be a copy and paste of earlier. Body Slam and Shadow Ball as main moves, the former making the most of its normal type while the other is great coverage against ghosts. Milk Drink and Sandstorm as support, the former being great recovery while the latter is good at reducing enemy health. Those four moves have great synergy with one another and can win many battles. Last and still great, we have the Hermit Crab Hippo, Slowbro. What makes Slowbro great is having great evenly rounded stats along with high defense and special attack. Slowbro is also great because of its types of water and psychic having great offensive synergy against many targets in Johto, letting it be a great tank. The way to get Slowbro is rather simple. Soon after you make it to Azalea Town and talk to Kurt, you can enter the Slowpoke well and find a Slowpoke. The real hard part is training up Slowpoke till it evolves, but at level 37, you'll get a Slowbro. A good moveset for Slowbro will be Surf as a go-to move, letting it hit hard against many Fire, Rock, and Ground types. Psychic and Ice punches coverage, allowing it to hit many types of opponents that are usually hard for other water types to face. Also, Rest is a support move. While the user might sleep from the move, it at least fully heals the user, allowing for Rest to be great recovery. Finally, we finished redoing the ideal teams of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. While Johto had 100 new Pokemon and an extra region to arrive to, Johto itself didn't have many Pokemon choices without relying on Stone Evolution or even item-based trade evolution. Yeah, some Pokemon evolve while holding an item and being traded. That alone led to a more limited roster of Pokemon the player can get that evolve without any outside requirements. But in spite of that, good moves and a handful of strong, helpful Pokemon make building a team for Johto a fun challenge. So now that I finished covering teams centered around all three starters and a team centered around a substitute starter, I'll be covering ideal teams of Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald next. Hoenn's the first Pokemon game to not allow trade from any previous games, but the new roster of 130 plus Pokemon make up for it with how powerful they are. While the most preferred version of Hoenn is Emerald, Ruby and Sapphire still prove to be fun games anyways. Hey look, that's all I got for now. If you enjoyed this revision of all three ideal teams of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, please give a like and comment telling me what you enjoyed the most about this video. Until next time, have a good day.